people. It's been a while since I've done a video on here. There's many reasons for that, but we won't get into that now. I just thought I'd do one here after No Name Nationals this last weekend, fourth annual No Name Nationals. Had a pretty decent time. I thought I made it to fourth round. It was actually only third round in bracket, so I did a little worse than I was thinking. I don't know why I thought that, but anyway, it still ended up being pretty damn good. Issues with the car, but that was not so much heat soak and terrible air, and I will get into that later. But anyway, I guess I can't show you every run. I don't have the footage for it. There was a few runs that I didn't hit my record on my GoPro in the car, and then there was a few runs that my lady was having a problem with her phone. It would shut off, just stop recording halfway through, so I don't have a lot, but I can show you a few runs here. That'd be all I got, so it's all I can do. All right, let's get into it real quick. I'll try and go through this as quick as I can. The first run off the trailer was the best of the day. It was a pretty good best reaction to pretty much everything. Was the best of the day. 713.93. That was the best ET. And actually, for the way the air was and the air conditions and all that stuff out, it ran about a tenth faster than I thought it was going to. So I was pretty happy about that. So anyway, that's the first run right off the trailer. Friday, it ran real good there, even for the terrible air. Here, after the test runs, we can start getting into eliminations, first, second round eliminations. And I'll kind of go through this real quick and then show you the couple of the runs. This was the first elimination against old John Cope in the old Ford truck. I let out of it way early here because I didn't want to break out, but in reality, I wouldn't have had to. For what I dialed in, I think it was a 717 or something. I can't remember now, but I think that's what it was. I let way out here. I dropped off like 3 miles an hour off the time, so I wouldn't have had to, but didn't want to break out. I didn't realize it was it was starting to get this slow. But if you look, every 60, this one I let out early too because I didn't want to break out. But see how the 60 foot keep getting worse and the 330 keeps getting worse. And I'll show you the video. I'll show you the video from this one because I don't have one from my loss against Mopar Joe there, but I do have this video in car so I can show you what it was doing. Like, you can hear the stumble when I take off the line, and I'm just going to show you that because it did the same thing, only a little bit worse on this run. You can see the 60 foot's down even more. 330, it pulled hard to 330 to 8th. I mean, actually every one of these it did, but it kept getting that stumble off the line. But anyway, so I'll show you this run and then we'll go into that. Okay, and then this run here against my good buddy Joe there. Like I said, I didn't have a good reaction time, but it was crazy because he actually had a worse one. So I had him on the tree, but it coughed on me right there off the line. You can tell the 60 foot was just kept getting worse. It was terrible. So anyway, here's that run, my big loss. So the next day, I ran again, just test runs. But see, I was back to, 714, which is pretty close to what it ran the day before. The air wasn't quite as good. And then I tried to run pretty close again when it was getting hot, right? Not too long after that, and the air was bad, and see, it slowed down again. But it did about the same thing on the first day also. So, but the speed was up there, the mile an hour was up there. It's just this, I had a little bit of a stumble here again on this. So anyway, we'll have to work on that. So with that, I mean, what the car ran, I wasn't expecting it to run that actually. I was expecting 720s to 30, as bad as the air was. So actually, the fastest time I ran last year at No Name was a 720 at like 94 something mile an hour. And this year it was 713, 714, ran a 715, 718. So it ran quicker than I thought it was going to. But I still having issues with the heat. And I think it's the same thing I did last year, because it started off good the first couple of runs, and then it kept getting slower until I did the same thing, in eliminations. It had a big hesitation off the line. But then the next day it was fine again, So I think what I might have to do is, I probably, people have been telling me I probably need to go with electric fuel pump, electric water pump, and all that, and try and keep the cook, because I'm running old clutch fan and a mechanical fuel pump, with a factory fuel tank. So I may have to start, change some of this to get this thing to, so I don't have that problem in the heat, because it just seems like it has to do with the heat. The engine's getting heat soaked, and it's either messing with the fuel. I know the water temperature was also getting way up there on them last two runs, the one against Joe and the one before that. The water temp was way up by the time I got up there to the line. It was 15, 20 degrees more than what I like to run the car at. So anyway, but I had a great time hanging out with everybody there again. Met some new people that I hadn't met before, and got to hang out with some real fun people. I hope next year, maybe one of these years, the air will be really good. So all the cars run good instead of this crap air we've had the last couple of years. It's been terrible. But I had a good time. Everybody's just wonderful people to be around and hang out. It's a fun time. We had to leave a little bit early, but I didn't get to see the awards. But, well, looking forward to next year, and I'll try and keep more posted on this thing throughout this end of this year and into next year, and see what lies ahead and what I end up doing with this thing. But I appreciate you watching, and see you next time.